as a third party that shows
The church by
can be said.
Viewers, I want to welcome you to the Talk Your Own show with Ukela Prince. Today is a beautiful day, and I have a very special guest with me here in the studio. You know, the election is coming fast, and here in Canada it's getting hotter and hotter every day. Wow. In the next couple of weeks, the federal elections will be taking place. And you can see all over the city, in fact, you can smell the aroma of the election everywhere. You see the politicians are here and there. You see their posters everywhere on the streets. And oh my, we are just waiting for this showdown. Is it going to be the Liberal? Is it going to be the Conservative? Is it going to be the PPC, which is the People's Party of Canada? Ladies and gentlemen, is it the Green? I'm sure that you are getting ready for this election because it's going to be a unique one. This election is supposed to come up in the month of October, but the Liberal has been able to bring this closer, and we are having the election in the next couple of weeks. And ladies and gentlemen, today I have one of the MP candidates here with me in the studio that wants to represent my own beloved constituency, and that's my riding. And so I'm so pertinent, I'm so interested, in this, to know what he's bringing to the table, just like every one of you. Ladies and gentlemen, now one of the MP candidates for Brampton West is here with me, and it's no less a person than Mr. Amit Sonik. Amit, I'm glad to have you in the studio today.
Thank you.
How are you?
Great.
He looks handsome, man, right?
Thank you.
Wow, how are you?
Great.
Good to see you. So Amit is actually in the People's Party of Canada, which is PPC. And so tell me about your party. Your party, how popular is this party? I know your leader is also coming into Brampton in the next couple of days, right? Which is Maxime Benny.
Yes.
My goodness me. So tell me about this party and your candidate, first and foremost. Then before we come into you.
Yes. So Maxime Berner is our our party leader, and we're going to be having a rally on April 5th at 1 p.m. At 9 Abscus Road. And I invite everyone, all your viewers, to come and join us in that rally and support us through that journey. As the party says, People's Party. So I'm like one of the common man. I'm one of you who wants to who wants to bring a difference or make a change in everyone's life, right? So it's a people's party. It is so we are not liberals, we are not conservatives. We are here for the people.
And People's Party of Canada is here for the people.
Yes.
So tell me, who is Amit Sonik?
Amit Sonik, I'm here to serve the community. I'm your servant, I'm a public servant, right? I want to make a difference in your life. I want to be your voice in the parliament. I want to see that our kids have a safer streets. I am here to make sure that we are able to create more jobs for our kids. They have a better future, right? There are less drugs. We want to reduce the crime, and so this is and personally I am an entrepreneur, a businessman. I do mortgages, I help people, and I can understand at this time the affordability with the people is so tough. Right? People call me and ask me for refinancing or HELOCs, because they're not able to pay their mortgages. In the current state, the mortgage rates are, went skyrocketing, right? And now you see people are defaulting the mortgages. So it's really tough times.
So you're a businessman. So we expect that those business initiatives is what you want to bring to the table.
Yes.
And then make Brampton a better city.
100%.
Now, I want, if I'm not mistaken, this is your first time of running.
Yes.
Have you run for any office, any position before?
No, this is my first time running as a member of parliament.
Oh.
Yes. I want to be a public servant. And
have you contested for councillor, regional councillor before, or mayor? No. Okay, so this is your first time of contesting?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. So I would like you to tell me what inspired you to run for the office. of an MP right here in Brampton West. And what do you hope to achieve during your tenure?
Yes. What really inspired me is being in mortgages, people were coming to me, they were asking, that their salaries are same, right? But the interest rate, the mortgage prices have doubled or tripled, right? They're not able to afford their houses, right? People were doing, going on power of sale. The houses were getting sold on power of sales, right? Then there was a big problem with the crime that I saw, right, where our streets are not safe anymore. The car thefts that you're seeing, right? I've seen with the friends and families where the cars have been stolen, right? And then if the car has even been found, in Montreal or some other place, the person's car whose car was stolen, his insurance goes up, right? Even though he's not at fault, his car was stolen, but his insurance will go up. Right, insurance company will also ask him to put a $450 tag in the car so that he could, so that they can trace this, right? So as a common man, what I'm seeing is that the system should be providing for the common people. It should be supporting, it should not be adding a financial burden on the people. Over here, there is no voice for the common man, right? When a car is stolen, you're being charged more, which is not a fair from a consumer perspective. It should be taken care by the system, the province, the federal government, the city, but the cost should not be sent to the common people.
Okay, now because you are a first timer, and I believe our viewers, Brampton West residents would want you to assure them, how, because some people will say experience is key, and you are coming in for the first time. So how do you plan to navigate? Now, while you answer that, I want us to also let us in on your manifesto. So let's know what your manifesto is, and then how do you plan to navigate, and then making sure that some of these things you have mentioned and also what you have in your manifesto, that you will bring them and they will come true.
See, as we say, it's a People's Party of Canada, right? So I'm one of you. I'm one of you in the parliament. I want to be your voice in the parliament, right? And that is the reason why I'm running. So people can reach out to me. I'm reachable. People can pick up a call and they can call me at 10 o'clock at night. People can call me at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Not 12 midnight.
Right.
Not 12 midnight.
You can call me midnight too if there's an issue. Right? Right. The thing is, I'm there for people. I'm not like the other politicians who are unreachable. They won't pick up your calls. They will not answer because they're busy doing other affairs.
But most politicians say this before the election. Before the elections, most times they say this.
See,
but when they get in there, most times, the reverse is the case.
No, if you see the way I run my business too, right, in mortgages, people call me at 10, 11 o'clock at night. I'm speaking to my customers at 6 a.m. in the morning, right? So I want to carry the same culture for my people, my Brampton West people.
You guys heard him. So if he wins, so 12 midnight, he's ready to pick your calls.
Yes, I'm there to pick up your call if required.
Okay, so tell us about your manifesto.
Our manifesto is that we want to, control the crime. The crime is all-time high. We want to make the streets safe. We don't want to have a mass immigration. We want to have a planned immigration. We want people to come in, make Canada home, add a complement to the growth of Canadian economy, become part of the Canadian fabric. We want people to not become a burden on the society. We want I came to this country I was with my graduation, with my with my education, and I started from picking up boxes to where I am now, right? So I'm one of you. So if I can do it, I don't see people coming in and getting lodged in 5-star hotels. Right, I didn't get that 5-star hotel. Right,
you didn't get. Right, so you want to stop it?
I want to have people come in, but I don't. I rather put that money towards the seniors. I want to give that money to the seniors. Right, I want to increase because they have invested so much their life, their pension, their pension money their pension should go up.
No,
That is what I would like to see.
their pension should go up. Okay, I kind of I agree with that. Okay, but this is my concern. I want you to help me to bring down this taste I have towards this. What I want to say. Now, if you talk about immigration, so part of your policy, from what you are saying, is that you are going to trim down and make sure that the process is properly made a little bit stringent and getting the right set of persons inside of Canada.
I would say quality over quantity. Get quality people, right? Get skilled workforce, right? Professionals, right?
But-
Who add to the fabric of the society, and if they are having any criminal backgrounds or criminal, rather.
Yeah, all that is normal. But you talked about the 5-star, where they lodge people and also give them certain things, stipends and all that. Those are part of things you prefer to channel that towards the seniors, to increase their pension.
Yes.
But don't you think Canada has a landmark that is so huge, maybe the second in the world?
Yes.
With a very low population.
Yes.
So, don't you think that bringing in a good number of persons into Canada would help the workforce, would help the economy, and as well in the long run also be able to help the seniors for you to achieve the plans you have for the seniors?
100%. I am immigration pro. I want people to come in. I'm saying I want the people to come into the Canada and make Canada home. Right? I'm not saying that I'm against immigration. I want people to come in and add towards the tax system. They work. They we bring them in. We help them grow with their skills. We train them what is required for the Canadian jobs for them to be successful, so that they can build up a community, they can build up a family, and they can grow with Canada. Right?
Okay.
They complement the Canadian growth.
Okay. Let's just put a brake and hold on the pedal. So we want to take a little break. Viewers will be right back, so don't go anywhere, because I have a lot of questions for Mr. Amit here today. Thank you, Amit, for coming.
They say every heroine don't wait to be served. She writes her own story. Every woman has a story of strength, courage, love, and ambition. They rise above challenges, break through careers, and inspire us all. Join heroines Blessing Ajayi, Adechishola Otiba, Emma Answer, Kim Ambrose, and Mokesh Burke as they take you on a journey through the fascinating world of women, with stories that touch your heart, challenge your mind, and uplift your spirit.
Accomplishing, if I'm in any sort of pain about anything, they're there for me, and to me, that is the embodiment of sisterhood,
and which is what we bring to the table. If we were all the same, then it would not have the power that it needs to have. But if you're unique and you're bringing different skill sets, that is how we build each other up. That is how we help each other, empower each other.
So sisterhood is really celebrating each other's successes. Successes.
To them about their problems, their challenges, and that's how I started building my network.
And like we all said, every woman has a heroine within her. Until you discover.
This is the Heroine Show. Showing on the Black Community Canada TV on YouTube and other BCCTV platforms. Join the conversation on socials and lend your voice, because every woman is a heroine.
Thank you, viewers. Thank you for staying tuned. And I still have with me here Mr. Amit Sonik. Amit, thank you so much for your perspective. And a few questions before I let you go this evening. Now, I'm looking at this. What is your stance? No, I want you to, first of all, address how do you plan to address affordability and economic growth in Brampton West, considering the current economic climate?
So I like to create more jobs. I like to empower the small businesses that they can hire more people in Brampton West. I like to see there is more healthcare, like hospital that's been opened that's going to attract a lot of new professionals, healthcare professionals in the Brampton West. I want the communities to be close knit. We come from diverse backgrounds, we come from all walks of life, from different countries with different experiences, and I think that's the middle of Canada, right, where people come together and they can grow together.
So what are the steps you are looking at implementing this idea of creating more jobs in Brampton West? How do you want to do that?
See, I like to, I'll be proposing a bill where I could, a new hospital could be opened in Brampton West. I like to see that there is no, there's long waits, that is there in our when you go to a hospital, 4 hours, 8 hours. They could. I like to see if the professionals, the immigrants that are coming from India or from other countries, if their degrees, some healthcare degrees, can be transitioned or can be bridged with some Canadian universities, right? Where you don't if you're a dentist, I don't like to see you driving an Uber. If you're a dentist or if you're a surgeon, I like to see that can be bridged through the system, the Canadian education system, and you can be consumed and do what you are, what you study for in your country. So some kind of a bridge program that, so I like to bring a bill where we could have the professionals can bridge into the mainstream jobs.
So with this bill, and this plan, you are looking at small businesses can spring up from this? Small businesses?
For small businesses, I like to create tax benefits. I like to give them tax cuts, and if they're able to hire more people, I'll give them more reduction in tax, so that a small business can keep more money in the pocket to hire more people.
Okay, I heard you talk about hospitals and all that, which sounds very interesting. So, how do you intend to improve healthcare services and access to healthcare in Brampton West? And what are your thoughts on the current healthcare system?
See, the current healthcare system is in a lot of pressure right now. I mean, our seniors, our people have to wait a long time to get some basic tests done, right? Or even a surgery done, right? Or if they want to, if there's a surgery done, the doctors or the hospital say, you go home. There are no rooms or places for the hospital to keep the patients in for a 1 day, 2 day or a week. So I like to see that there are some long-term care facilities, or there are some nursing homes that could be opened in parallel to the existing hospitals. There could be some increase in the PSW where people are being given support. They can like a nursing support when they go home. If they can't be at the hospital, at least there's a nurse coming and taking care of them at home. So I like to I will be working on those lines.
So do you on that? Do you have you cited locations that you could get these hospitals, these small nursing homes, established? Any?
In Brampton West.
Yeah, in Brampton West.
Yes.
Yes. You cited some locations where you can.
Yeah. There's a lot of there's a lot of land in Brampton West that's still under development, and there's a big opportunity. Brampton West goes from all the way from Chinguacousy to Winston Churchill, right, and from Bouvet all the way to Mayfield. and there's a lot of land that can be where we can have these new facilities being added.
You see, there's a lot of development towards the Mississauga Road axis of Brampton West, going towards Caledon and all that.
Yes.
So
towards there, or towards going towards Vincent Churchill, like Bovere, and Vincent Churchill on the right side. There is there are some opportunities there that can be considered.
Now, community engagement is one thing that is very paramount for every community.
Yes.
So it's important. So what steps would you take to enhance community engagement and inclusivity in Brampton West, ensuring all residents have a voice?
See, I like to set up some bridge groups from different community leaders to come together, where they can collectively work together, and we can have some community events being organized, where so this way it could be a multicultural event that we're doing. It's not like just an event for one culture. We want to see it's a multicultural events that I like to promote within that in Brampton West, because people are coming from different cultures, different backgrounds, and how we all can come and celebrate together and grow together.
Okay. I can see in your manifesto you talked about crime reduction. Is there crime in Brampton West?
There's a lot of crime in Brampton West.
What kind of crime? And how do you plan to reduce it?
See, there's so much drugs on the street. There's so much
drugs.
There's so much drugs on the street. There is so much car thefts. You call 911, police will not show up. Right. So I would like to see that there is reduced 911 time. Right? When a call has been made, they come immediately. So I like to I like to bring a bill to curb down the crime, and I like to make the people accountable. If they're doing a crime, they should be made accountable for it.
You also talk about investing in kids. So what's the roadmap to that?
Kids, see, I like to set up some special groups where kids' interest could be nurtured, right? Not everybody may have interest in, say, science. Some may be good in sports. So how we can identify that and give them that opportunity for growth in sports, whether it's basketball or baseball, soccer, right? If they have a good mindset, probably some kids may have inclination towards STEM. Right, they want to go in sciences. So how can we make an environment? We can set up some STEM centers where people you're having some federal-driven programs for robotics, or working in basic robotics where they're learning coding. Right, the kids are learning, and they can become they can, as they're growing up, by the time they grow up, they'll have a good background and good understanding of the mainstream jobs.
Mr. Amit, I want to ask you, what are your chances, considering your opponent? You have the incumbent, Kamakera. You have Amajet, right? For Conservative. What are your chances going against this?
My chances, I'm going to win the seat, right? My chances are that in liberals, a nurse can become a minister of diversity minister. So I like to see that I am the voice for Brampton West in the parliament.
So how is your campaign going?
Great.
It's going great.
Yes.
Interesting. So let me allow you, if there's in 1 minute, if there's something you wish to speak to the residents, and you can just do that in a minute before we close this interview.
Yes. So my Brampton West residents, I want to be your voice. I will be your voice, and I am your voice in the parliament. So I'm looking for this opportunity. Please, everybody come out and vote, and make your vote count. I'm here to be your voice to reduce crime, to build, to bring a change where our national debt is almost doubled right now. So with the current government, with the Liberals, you have seen the national debt has grown, skyrocketed. We have seen the dollar is almost 69 cents to a dollar. We have seen The crime is all-time high with the current government. So it's about change, and we are the People's Party, and I'm your candidate from Brampton West.
Thank you so much, Mr. Amit. I know you are not Maxim Benny, even, but I want to ask because as we close, and now, how would Maxim, if he wins, what's your party going to do as regards the tariff issue that Canada is facing with the United States? Maybe just a few seconds.
See, Trump is not Canadian. We are Canadians. We are responsible to keep our house in order. We are responsible to keep our finances in order. We can't rely on a third party to, so we have to bring in those changes. It's high time that we bring in those changes and become self-reliant and responsible. Right? We are when you are a man of your house, or you are a woman of your house, or you are working with a man and a woman to be a provider, you want to make sure that your kids are given that environment. So this is what we have to give the Canadian citizens, that environment, so that they can prosper and they have a good life in Canada, and then they they feel safe.
Mr. Amit, I want to wish you good luck.
Thank you.
Because I believe it's a tough race, right? So I wish you good luck.
Thank you.
And we'll be here. And whichever way it goes, at least to also receive you back so we can talk about one or two things, right?
Sure.
Thank you for coming today.
No,
all right, viewers, thank you. That's Talk Your Own today with Ukela Prince, and I'm glad to have Mr. Amit Sonik, who are from the People's Party of Canada. And it's a beautiful time. I think you've heard him. So, the pools.
Thank
you. Are you okay? Have a great day ahead. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you. Thanks for having me over.
You're welcome.
Every third party that shows
The judge,
yes, can be said.